my name's Vicky, welcome to my channel, and if you guys want to find out how I made this look today, just go ahead and keep watching, and if you don't, then... So we're starting off with our Smashbox primer, and of course if you're me, you've put on too much on your eyelids already, and we have a look of distress, but it's okay because we're putting some on the bottom of our eyes too. Just make sure that that entire area of your eyelids, brow bone, under your eyes, it's all primed. Moving on to Tartelette palette, Pride and Joy with a flat eyeshadow brush. We are going to use it in the color Supermom. And that's just the kind of a base because I'm paranoid and like to put it all over my eyelids and under my brows. So we're just going to go ahead and speed through this a little bit. The eyeshadow brushes that I'm using right now are from the Walgreens Disney Villains lines or whatever, and I just had to impulse buy all of them, of course. These are the Ursula eyeshadow brushes, which have actually been great and not much shedding or anything of the sort. Here's a blending brush from the same set, which is gorgeous, and we're going to use the color Power Player from the Tartelette palette and put that in our crease. Just really blend it out, and really the color just does all the justice for it. Pretty soon we're going to be taking the darkest color on the Tartelette palette, which is, I believe, called Fashionista. And that's where the real smokes begins. Yeah, there we go. Look at you. You go. Alright, and we just put that on our center and blend and blend and blend. Make sure there's no hard edges, nothing of the sort. Making good progress. Next up, we're going to move on to a small angled brush. This one's from, I believe, the Evil Queen set of the same Disney Villains line. And we're taking the same color Fashionista and lining the bottom of our eyes and winging it out a little bit. Just make sure that you get to about 3/4 under your eyes. And we're taking the Tarte's Clay Pot Liner paint liner with the brush that it brings, and of course I totally bought this product with intentions of loving the actual product itself, and I feel like I just like the brush more than anything. But not bad a product at all. I just miss the tattoo liner from Kat Von D that came in a little pot, not when they all came as felt markers. But everything must come to an end. So go ahead and just line the top of your eye and follow out the wing that you did at the bottom. Just got very lucky that it came out decently on the first try. And if you ever mess up, just remember, you can wipe it off and put it right back on. Unless it's waterproof, then I wouldn't bother. Alright. Almost done winging it. Good tip when you're doing your wings as well is to not tug on your eye as I am doing at this moment. It's better to just draw it on looking at your eyeball open and just feel comfortable with that, because then the way that you draw it on is the way it's going to look to people, if that makes any sense. Alright, just make sure we're all lined up. Go back and retouch anything that's not to your liking. So here I'm using the Dupe Flash palette that you can find on eBay, and the same and a little concealer brush from the Disney Villains line as well. I think that one's from Maleficent, but I could be wrong. Just buy all of them. It's really worth it. And we're going to take the white on the Flash palette and just kind of highlight the bottom of our eyes and blend it in with the line that we did at the bottom with the angled brush. And NYX Gold Pigment, I'm not quite sure exactly if the color's called gold because all the tags have come off of this little bottle. We're going to take one of the Ursula eyeshadow brushes, the one that's kind of longer, don't know what to call it, but we're going to highlight the inner corners right around the white. And we are gold. So after this, we're moving on to probably every girl's pride and joy at this point, the Benefit They're Real mascara. And here we are with stupid mascara face, so yeah, I think we can move on. You guys know how to apply mascara? Great, because I don't know how to do it without the stupid mascara face. So we are bringing out our NYX Correct Contour and Conceal thing with a little same brush that we used in the Flash palette. And we're just highlighting under our brow bones to actually make it look like we got some definition there. A little bit on the top too, just because the way that I like to fill in my eyebrows is to make the tail longer. I don't feel like the tail is long enough. And here we have NYX Cake Brow Powder, and lining the bottom first with a tiny angled brush, and then we're just gonna make our tail longer, wing it out, kind of fill it in a little bit. Then we take, after this eyebrow, of course, a bigger angled brush. This is the Equal Tools one, which is probably something I've had since I was like 12, but it works, so go ahead and fill in your brows to your liking. After that, we are going to begin on our contouring, and of course I look concerned. This is a dollar store brush that is a total piece of crap, but why not? And we're going to start just highlighting our cheekbones a little bit with the lighter color in the NYX concealer palette. And we're going to put it on our cheekbones all over. Of course I don't have real cheekbones, guys. Without contouring, I'm just a potato face. So, highlighting the bridge of our nose too. I don't do too much contouring on the forehead because I have a small forehead and I don't know how to make it work. So, after putting stuff on our chin and upper lip there and highlighting and not looking a little too white, we take our beauty blender and I'm just kind of blending it out. This is probably like the wrongest way of doing it. The baking stuff or whatever, I just feel like it enhances my contour palette, which is going to be out in a minute, just after I finish blending, kind of rub it in with fingers a little bit too. So here's our NYX contour palette, and I take that medium color. I did not show it right now, but the one that's not way too light, but of course you need to know your colors for contouring. Not everyone's the same. So just go ahead and put the light powder over wherever you just put the concealer. And I'm using a Sephora 75 brush. Now moving on to another brush from the Disney Villains set, but this brush is probably my pride and joy. It works for absolutely everything. It's kind of an angled blush brush looking thing. And we sink in our cheekbones to find them. Go ahead and just contour and kind of going up to the temples a little bit, around the nose, under your chin. And now we're in business. Woo! So here I have another pride and joy, the Makeup Revolution Blush Infusion, but it fell and the top fell off, so it doesn't snap close anymore. It still works though, didn't break. So just kind of put blush above where you contoured and up to the temples. And here we take the lightest brown color. No, we did not. Here we take our highlighting shade. Yep, that's what we do. And now we're moving on to lips. So here we're using Black Sesame from NYX Macaroon. Tried to show you but wouldn't focus. And the thing about these little numbers is that they're pigmented. They hold nothing back. So just be careful when applying these because they can look messy really easily. Take your time with it, wipe off, go back, reapply, make sure it's all even. It's awesome though. Is anyone else a fan of really crazy lip colors? Because I've got quite a collection. So go ahead and going back and cleaning with a Q-tip, and then gonna go back in with some more of the Earl Grey Black Sesame. Did I say Earl Grey? I meant Black Sesame. I'm horrible. Now it's Earl Grey, and we're going back in with that a little bit around the sides just to add a bluish tint, but it's not too noticeable. And lastly, I figured my lips needed a lot more dimension, so I'm taking this old brush that my mother probably had since she was 12 and the Flash Palette Black, kind of softly loading it up, not too violently, and putting it around the lips to add some dimension. Blending, don't leave any harsh edges on it whatsoever. And there we go. Make sure you highlight your Cupid's bow a little bit to give it shape. And lastly, we're going to use NYX Matte Finish Setting Spray. Yeah. And we're going to spray that all over our face. Let it dry. Put our hair down. Hey girl, how you doing? Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Woo! I'm a catfish. You see that?